Hey guys, welcome back. Today I want to dive deep into the topic of support and resistance. And this topic might look pretty simple, but there are a lot of intricacies that you need to pay attention to. And also, towards the end, I'm going to show you an indicator that we have published that shows you the support and resistance zones in real time. So by using that indicator, you can find the support and resistance zones in real time and take advantage of this indicator. And the best thing is it's free, so you can go ahead and use it anytime you want to. So without any further ado, let's get started. So first of all, let's go ahead and clear some basics and talk about what are support and resistance zones. The support and resistance zones are the levels where the market shows a reaction. So for example, if the price is bouncing from a certain level, here you can, if we draw a price action, so if the price action is moving somewhere upward here and then goes down and then bounces back, and then again after some time the market goes back and then bounces back from this level. So this level here that is forming is a valid support level, because you can see the market coming downward and then bouncing back a lot of times, and after 2 or 3 valid touches depending upon your criteria for the support or resistance zone, this becomes a valid support level. And then next time when the market comes back to this level, we know that market was not able to break this level. So in the next move, when the market comes back, we are anticipating that it will again get bounced in the upward direction. So this is how the support level works. And similarly, if there is a market structure where the price action is bouncing downward, for example, if price goes here and then comes back, and then after that it goes upwards for some time again, and then again bounces back from a certain level, and then again goes upward and bounces back. So here you can see the market is bouncing again and again in the downward direction from this zone or this level. And this is a valid resistance level because it's showing the resistance to price and it's stopping the buyers from crossing this market price. So that's why it is a valid resistance level. So these are basically the definitions of support and resistance levels. But the hardest thing for any trader is how do you identify valid support and resistance levels on the chart? Because you might just look at the ranging market structure. For example, if we just look here, we can see the market is bouncing a lot of times in the downward direction. And then if I look at it, I'll say this is just the ranging market structure. It is valid resistance level, but I would not consider it because as a valid resistance level, because there is no formation of proper swings that can show us the validity of this resistance zone. Or similarly, if we draw a level here, then a person might call this as a valid support level. And here we can see that there is a formation of swings, but here there are only 2 valid touches or pivots where the market is coming back and testing this zone. So there are a lot of things that you need to consider, which I'm going to show you for a valid support or resistance level. For example, if we look at this market area here, we can see that price is bouncing from this market area a lot of times in the downward direction. So if I just go ahead and draw this here and change this color to green. So actually, let me just change this back to red because this is our resistance zone. So here you can see the market came to this area, and even if we extend it backward, market was moving in the bullish direction, and then after hitting this level, the market bounced back. And again, after forming this swing, the market went upward and then got bounced back. Here again, the market got bounced back, and then you can see this happening again and again. So by the time there are valid 2 or 3 touches, we would consider this as a valid resistance level. And then now the market comes back again, but here it fails to reach this level, but still it bounces back in the downward direction. And then here again, we can see that there is a touch, and here as well, the market is getting bounced in the downward direction towards a bearish trend. But here we can see the market just passes through this resistance zone. And another thing that shows us the validity of this resistance zone is because when the market bounced or crossed this resistance zone, there was the formation of these very big impulsive bullish candles, which shows us that a lot of buyers came in to break this level. That means that this was a valid resistance zone. And here you can see that with the formation of these very big bullish candles, there is, if we just extend it further, so you can see that this level was broken by the formation of this very big impulsive green candle, which shows us that this was a very strong resistance zone. And one thing you have to pay attention to while you're drawing the support or resistance zones is that as the market tests certain zone more and more, it becomes weaker and weaker. So you should not rely on a resistance zone that it has been tested a lot of times and now it will become stronger. Actually, it's a reverse of that. So the more a market tests a certain zone, it will become weaker and weaker. And as you can see, eventually the market will break that zone and then pass through it. And similarly, if we look at an example of a support zone, so for example, here we can see that the market is bouncing from this level multiple times, and here it's breaking this level. So let me just go ahead and change its color to green. And here you can see that the market comes to this zone and then bounces up in the upward direction. So this is a valid support level. And the way I draw a support level, I look for the proper formation of swing before the price comes back to that zone. And also after touching this zone, you can see the market bouncing again in the upward direction. So after 2 touches, I would consider this as a valid support level. And as you can see, the first touch is here, the second touch is here. And again, the market is touching it multiple times and then bouncing back. But here, eventually, the market is breaking this zone. And we can see that this is a valid support zone because the market is breaking this zone with this formation of very big impulsive bullish candle. So this is actually a valid support level. So this is how you detect the support and resistance zones onto your chart. But you can also use our best support and resistance indicator that will identify these types of support and resistance zones for you automatically. So let me just go towards the indicator tab, and here let me just search for the best support and resistance indicator, and I'm going to apply it to the chart. And here we have the 2 settings, that is number of bars for the formation of swing, because we want to avoid the ranging market structure, and the number of tests for a valid support or resistance level. So for now, let me just keep it to 2 and let me just change it to 8. I usually use the 10 or 8 level, but you can change it, or you can change this value to any value you want. The smaller it becomes, the less number of candles it will look for the formation of swing. So I would advise you to use 8 or 10 or above it. So let me just hit apply, and once we apply it, you can see the market or the indicator is showing us multiple support and resistance levels. So let me just go ahead and look here, and here we can see that the market is showing us this support zone because after the formation of this pivot and this pivot, and since we have changed the number of candles to 8, now it's detecting these support and resistance zones as soon as there are 2 valid touches or 2 tests, and then it draws that zone. And similarly, if we look here, we can see that there's a formation of this resistance zone with the 2 valid touches. The first one is here and the second one is here, and it's looking for the pivots after 8 candles that are forming on its left and right side. So this is how the indicator is working. So let me just go ahead and change this value from 8 to, let's say, 14. And once I apply it, you'll see that now it'll find very better support and resistance levels. And as you can see here, the support level was drawn as soon as this pivot formed. So let me just forward play the market, and here we can see that now the indicator has identified this as a valid support level. So now next time the market comes back to this level, we're looking for the market to bounce back in the upward direction. So let me just forward play the market, and here we can see the market approaching this zone. So from here we can look for any formation of candlestick pattern. There is a false breakout, as you can see, but with the formation of the candle, we should be able to identify this false breakout. Okay, so here we can see that there is no clear formation of a bearish big impulsive candle, so we will not consider this as something that will break this zone. And as soon as we look here, with the formation of this candle, we can see that there's a lot of momentum of sellers that is pushing the buyers. So that's why there is this long wick that forms at this price level or at this support zone. So we can go ahead and use this into our advantage and open a position, open a long position, and put our stop loss below this zone. Okay, and then we can take profit using any take profit strategy that or risk management strategy that you're using. So this is how you can use the valid support zone for your trading. And similarly, if we look for the breakouts, then we can also take advantage of the breakouts. And if the breakout is happening with the very big impulsive candles, then we can look for the impulsive candles when the market breaks a certain support or resistance level. For example, if I just go ahead and look here, we can see that this zone was broken with this very impulsive candle, okay, and it closes here. So we can go ahead and open a short position at the close of this candle and put our stop loss above this swing high. So this will again be a valid entry, and you can see that the market did move in the bearish direction. So there are two ways we can use or trade a support zone, and there are two ways we can use the resistance zone and take our long or short positions. So this is how you use the support zone. Let me just show you a quick example about the resistance zone as well. So if we wait for the indicator to draw us any resistance zone, so as you can see here, there is the formation of this resistance zone. And here you can see that once the indicator identified these two touches, the indicator showed us this resistance zone. But here we can see that if we just move the market a little bit backward for us to study it. So if we look here, we can see that this zone starts to get drawn here. And now we are waiting for two things. Either the market will bounce back from this resistance zone or it will just cross it. And if it crosses or if it invalidates this resistance level with very impulsive candle, then we can go ahead and take a long position, because then we'll know that now this resistance level is not valid and there are a lot of buyers that have came into the market. So let me just foreplay the market and see how this zone plays out. So here you can see that with the formation of these impulsive candles, the market is, with these big green candles, the market is breaking this resistance zone. And at the close of this candle, with the formation of this very big candle, we can open a long position, and then from here we know that market will move in the upward direction, because there is clearly a very big momentum of buyers that is breaking this resistance zone. So if you far play the market, you can see the market did move in the upward direction. So this is how you can use the resistance zone. And another way you can trade this resistance zone is if the market comes back to this zone for the third time, and then if it bounces back or you see any bearish candlestick pattern forming at this resistance zone, you can take that trade confidently, because there is a confluence of resistance zone. And also you can see with the formation of the bearish trend turning candlestick pattern that market is about to move in the bearish direction. So I hope you like this video. If you have any questions, please comment down below. I would love to answer them. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And also the link to this indicator is in the description. So if you want to check it out and try it yourself, please go ahead and do that. I would encourage you. And also, if you want to suggest any improvements to this indicator, please comment on TradingView. See you in the next video. Thank you.